physical gestures like we can tell. Okay, you are ready. So, okay, hold on. Let me sing the song. It's Ted's Tips for 20s. I totally underestimated how good these could be, so now I'm putting pressure on you.
Actually, I just had an epiphany, guys. I just thought of something that actually is a real-life scenario. So, gentlemen, you're in your early 20s. You've been going out with a girl for at least 3.5 weeks, so it's getting serious, okay? She might even have a sock drawer at your apartment.
Wait.
With your roommates, of course.
A panty drawer, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, do girls wear socks?
Well, I mean, I'm using that term loosely. Obviously, panty drawer. She left a toothbrush there. She claimed her stake at the apartment.
So
she's marked her territory.
So in 3 weeks, you're letting a girl, like, fuck that. Let her throw his shit on the floor and take it when she leaves. Okay, whatever. We live a different life, Ted. Exactly. That's all I'm saying. Okay, go ahead.
Anyway, so now it's come to the point where it's starting to get a little bit serious. And then she says the L word. She goes, I love
lesbians?
You.
Oh.
So, if we should only be that lucky. So anyway. No, she says the other L word. And gentlemen, you're just not ready for this. You've been ambushed. Here's what you say. Here's the thing you don't say. You don't say, I L you back. You say
L. Is L like the F word or the N word or something? Are we doing
because if you're not ready to say that word, you shouldn't say that word. But some guys feel trapped into saying that word because it was said to them first. So here's what you say. A girl says, I love you, and you're not ready. You say, thank you.
Okay, now I have one. I have one I always liked, right? If that ever comes up and a girl says, oh, I love you, and you just look right in her eyes, right? And you just go, I love me too.
I think that's better than thank you. I don't know.
I actually like that one better. Yeah. I'm going to have to write this down.
So is it Matt's tips for 20s?
I noticed that Ted's tips are all male-oriented, but it's just tips for 20s. So
no, that's not true. We're equal. We're equal.
Maybe
we're
just
equal
last
offenders.
couple.
Yeah,
so this could happen. This could happen.
It could happen both ways. Yeah, guys, get a little bit bedazzled too, and yeah, it obviously applies to both men and women.
Like your first piece of pussy, right?
Yeah.
You get your first serious
and
piece
it's
of pussy.
Bedazzled?
You've been glimmered. You've been bedazzled.
Oh, and then you blurt out because you want to have sex. Like you haven't had sex. And then you're having sex. You're like, This is the greatest thing that has ever happened to me in my life. I am having regular sex. Like I just call her up and just like, hey, you want to come over and watch a movie? And that is just code for come over and fuck.
Now it might not be good sex for the other person. It might be good for you, but it might not be good for them. So don't keep that in mind.
What's that gag?
No bad sex, no bad pizza.
Yeah.
Bad beer, bad pizza. Yeah.
What's that? God, I can't remember that joke. How can you tell when a woman comes? Who cares?
Now, see, actually, the opposite's true. See, you got to treat sex, and this is a good tip for 22. You have to treat sex like a wedding.
A double banger.
Double banger, yeah. So sex is kind of like a wedding. The wedding, you know what a wedding's about, don't you, John?
I do, yes.
What's a wedding about?
Marriage?
No. It's about the woman. It's her day. It's the bride's day. So whatever makes the bride happy, it's all about her. So if she's not happy, nobody's happy.
Happy wife, happy life.
Exactly. So sex is the same thing. So
then right after the marriage, nobody's happy.
So there's a lot of unhappy women out there based on what I know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So gentlemen, if you're a 2-pump chump or wham bam, thank you, ma'am, you might get away with that for a couple of weeks. But oh yeah,
that's what.
There's a wave washing on the shore and it's coming.
That's true. If you want a woman to come back for sex, you really have to at least the first couple times make it about her.
Yeah.
No hitting, no belittling.
Unless they ask for that, of course, because some of them do in a nice way, not in a,
what?
Not in a call the cops way, but in a nice.
Yeah, your sex. Here's a great tip. Your sex should never involve calling the cops afterwards. Wow, Ted,
Unless
you are full of it.
Role playing thing.
Yeah, you can get into that eventually. Yeah, sure.
Oh, but man, this is.
We'll get into the rest later. It's fine.
Yeah, I don't want to get into this really dirty, sexy talk because I don't want to get a boner.
I think we've said too much.
That was last week's show.
Okay, all right, enough of that shit. All right, gentlemen, Caitlyn Jenner is working at Fox News now. I can't tell if this is hilarious or fucking hilarious. Yeah, she is officially signed on and is working at Fox News.
What is Tucker Carlson doing? Going out of his mind?
They're all good with it. She was on. I'm saying she. I can't believe I did that.
Yeah,
she was on Sean Hannity, and I guess everyone just kind of forgot all the terrible shit they said about her when she did all this.
No, I think that's great. If you want to have all inclusivity, but just have obviously opposing viewpoints. I think that's a great hire.
That's what Fox is all about.
I didn't actually know that.
Oh yeah. Well, Teddy,
there's
there's not much alternative views. Okay, so trans people are up in arms about this, right? Because she's supposed to be supporting trans people. And you guys probably know this. Fox is very limited on what they support. Right. Very limited on what they support, right? So the trans people are really they're freaking out because
why would they? Wouldn't that be like a watershed event?
She's pro Trump. She's pro a lot of things. But she's trans as well, right? But she isn't really Well, here's the thing. This is what I figured out. There's two really important parts to this, right? There's two really important parts. Number one. I don't know if you guys know this, but Caitlyn Jenner is rich as fuck. Her net worth is over $100 million.
I actually didn't know it was that high.
Yeah, her net worth is over $100 million. And dick or no dick, Republicans are the rich man's party. Okay? I mean, there's no doubt about it.
Can you say fundraiser?
Yeah. I mean, so that's a big thing. Plus, and I have been espousing this theory for years, okay? The Kardashian coups taints every man it touches. Okay? Think about this. Every person that has ever had sex with a Kardashian is completely fucked up.
The only one I wouldn't know about is the first one that I was aware of with Kim would be Ray J. Is he? What's he doing these days?
I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
He's the one
the sex tape one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the thing. And that's funny because that's the whole thing. That's the only reason that anyone knows the word Kardashian. Teddy, would you make a sex tape to become famous?
I'm already famous. What are you talking
about? Ted, we have hundreds of listeners, but I believe she has millions of followers.
Yeah, I would never debase myself like that, but if it happened to accidentally get out there, what could I do?
Okay, so any independent film directors who would like to make Ted's sex tape, let us know right away. Okay, I know Ted's best side is his backside.
So I guess the only thing I would ask is for Caitlyn, is she going in there? Because obviously you could make a case for going in there to try and change Fox.
Nope.
Or she's going in there to exploit a little niche market there.
Yeah. So no, she agrees with everything they say.
Yeah, that's bad. That's bad.
Well, I mean, she's a rich person. She's a rich whitey. I mean, there's not a lot to disagree with, right?
So you can take the penis off the man, but you can't take the white
penis out of the man.
So basically, you're saying she's uncancelable. She's uncancelable because when you have that kind of money, you're basically uncancelable because they can't fire her from her job. They can't really socially ostracize her
because she could just say you did that because I'm trans. Oh man.
And she's got $100 million, which so it's not like
she doesn't need the dough. But exactly. But okay, so here's the theory I have. Right, I said the Kardashian coups. Now, I can't be sure of this. Okay, I have no actual proof, but I believe Bruce Jenner became Caitlyn Jenner to escape the Kardashian curse. I really believe that. I believe, and I truly believe this. If the disease becomes strong enough, he will eventually cut off his own penis to be free of it once and for all. I think this is going to happen.
It fits in with the theory.
Yeah. On a side note, did you know, I guess, that Pete Davidson, the guy from Saturday Night Live who's apparently dating Kim Kardashian, now tattooed Kim on his chest, supposedly?
Yes.
Like Kim Jong-un? Is this a fallback?
He burned it on his chest.
Oh, he branded it on his chest. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens to Pete now.
Yeah.
Right? This would be like
wait, could Pete Davidson be any more screwed up? That guy is a walking tornado of shit.
Yep. He's managed to not kill himself yet, though. So
he's a good test. He's a good test. So he's a good test today because
good job, Pete.
Yeah, he's the
current. We'll see if that holds.
He's the current boy toy of Kim Kardashian. So we'll see what becomes of him.
He boldly went where everyone's been before. I mean, that is okay. You know what? I'm gonna do this, Pete. If you're listening, I want you on the show. Okay? Because here's what I want.
We can't pay you though.
We can't. No, just as a guest.
Pete, if it makes you feel any better, we're in a basement. So
yeah, we're in a dark hole. So are you? Oh, whoops.
He was living in his mom's basement. So.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. He cannot, Pete. If you do the show, you have to leave when you're done. You know what? No, fuck it. It's an empty basement. All you got to do is just be quiet when we're doing the show. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, Pete, come on the show. We want to know what it's like to fuck a Kardashian. Okay. And everybody else, I think, is probably have they all killed themselves?
Well, I think Lamar Odom's still alive.
Oh, he tried to kill
Tristan Thompson is still alive.
Kanye seems to be going down a path of self-destruction.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, he seemed kind of normal at the beginning, and then he, like you said, but go ahead, Ted.
So the funny thing, so I guess Kanye is dating a woman now. I can't think of the woman's name, but she allegedly looks just like very similar to Kim Kardashian. And then they asked the woman, "Do you think you look like Kim Kardashian?" Of course, she said no, but she kind of looks like Kim Kardashian.
He's got a type. Hold on, is she crazy as shit?
Like on the crazy hot chick matrix? Crazy?
Yeah,
okay,
I mean, oh man, I don't care where Kim Kardashian is on the hotness level. There is no way I'm getting near that. The smell has to be awful. I mean, God. Okay, gentlemen, this one is fucking great. Sarah Palin is running for Congress in Alaska.
Well, she was already the governor of Alaska, so isn't like a congressman a step below the governor?
Well, I mean, she hasn't done anything in a while since she came out. Now, I'm pretty doubtful that she's going to get the nomination, but any chance to hear her talk is just a treat. It really is. It's just a treat.
It's comedic gold. It's really comedic gold.
It is. Now, you guys saw that movie, right, that they did with her and McCain? Did you ever see that?
No.
Are you shitting me? Oh, dude, listen, any person who has not seen this movie, you have to see this movie, okay? If even 1/10 of all the stuff that's in there about how stupid she is true, she might be one of the dumbest people I've ever seen in my life.
She was a sportscaster. She actually did the sports report on the Anchorage News. That's what she was. That's her original gig before she became the governor. So obviously being a governor is pretty easy because Jesse Ventura, the body from wrestling, he was the governor. Arnold Schwarzenegger is the governor. So apparently governor is like a step above dog catcher and dishwasher.
I think any politics is.
And actually, those other two professions are more admirable.
Yeah, at least something gets done.
Because at least they work for a living.
Right. Something gets done. If you're a dishwasher or a garbage man, something good happens.
You work for a living. God bless you.
Right.
So.
Now, this is the good part, okay? If she does win, she'll be running against a Democrat who is gay.
Oh, my God.
I know. Could you just imagine what she could possibly say, what she could step in? I mean, it would be great. I would just love it.
Or she could just talk about the issues and ignore the guy's sexual orientation.
Oh, yeah.
Like a normal person would.
That's what a smart... Well, she's totally a normal person.
Oh, okay.
Very smart young lady with a nice set of tits. Wait, can I say that about a former vice presidential candidate? Yeah.
Luckily, she's not in Florida because then she couldn't use the word gay, right? She couldn't.
Ooh, no, you cannot do that. Okay, guys, this one is weird, and you guys probably heard this. There was a guy who faked his way into being a British airline pilot. Did you guys hear about this?
No. This recently?
Just recently.
No, there was a case back in the 70s or 80s with a guy named Frank Abendale who did that. He was like, I think he was only like a teenager. He was like 19, but he faked his way into like being a pilot.
Wasn't
like
that movie?
Yeah,
that was that movie.
Leonardo DiCaprio. But yeah, so there's
great actor.
So there's another guy who did that.
Young 20-year-old girlfriend. Just went at it. Okay, no, this guy he faked his way in, made it all the way to the cockpit. They were going to take off before he got busted. They were literally going to fly.
Wow.
Yeah. Can you believe? I mean, he was going to do that.
Well, in all fairness, most of those pilots, it's on autopilot for the most of the flight, right?
I don't believe
except
that.
For the,
I think people say that
except
like
for
to make fun of them.
Except for the most important part, the takeoff and the landing, which is kind of important.
Yeah.
So.
Teddy, I mean, doesn't that seem a little suicidal? I mean, you faked your way in, you're sitting there, you don't know what you're doing, and then somebody says, all right, let's do this.
It's just crazy that, and it's because he probably has a pilot outfit on, right? So everyone just assumes he's a pilot, right? So they're like, all right, go ahead. It's like, you ever see that thing where people walk in anywhere with a ladder? You could take a ladder and walk anywhere. They walk into hospitals, movie theaters. They just walk in with a ladder. And then just go.
So that's how you get. That's how you get a free movie.
Put the ladder down and go in the theater,
or just have a pizza box. I mean, everyone assumes you're a pizza delivery man, right? I mean, you could literally get in any. So if you want to avoid getting a top secret security clearance, just have a Domino's pizza box with you at all times. You will get in anywhere.
I find that so hard to believe, but so easy to imagine. That's right. Oh man, that is awesome. Okay, And this week's sign that the apocalypse is near
is nigh.
2 teenage supermorons, we're calling them supermorons, in Iowa. You heard, Teddy, I know you know this one. They killed their teacher, right?
No.
Yeah, I heard about that. Their Spanish teacher.
They're Spanish.
Spanish teacher.
Spanish, as far as I can tell, Spanish doesn't even go against your grade, right? I mean, it doesn't even count. You can fail Spanish and still...
It's like
pass.
It's like PE.
I had to take 2.
Ted, how many
Spanish
times did you
credits.
fail PE?
It's impossible.
You know what? I never went to PE. My buddy Stan, my buddy in Arizona, Stan, we would cut first class